Hello, welcome to another stream. Overnight 1264. And I went into this not really knowing what I was going to do. And so I just scribbled. Sometimes I do that. I just start a scribble and just let it take wherever it goes. I know I wanted some dynamic or some forward motion in the foreground. So, because still on that trip of being more dynamic in the sketches. And so I decided on this. And at first I didn't know what to do with his hand. But I really like doing eyes. I always start with the eyes because that's the focal point. Like with a person or anything, that's the first thing you look to generally. Typically, I mean, you look to the eyes. Even with creatures, you look to the eyes. And and I think sometimes I make him too good looking, but I don't be sure. So and I used to always forget his goatee. That's a good thing about working with a character from a returning client or um, a client that always comes back, which I'm very, very thankful for. I forgot the term, but that's the good thing about working with characters over and over again. Well, more than twice, I'd say, because I get to know them, their design, um, well, of sorts. Um, Even if, like, with the style of the ref, I'm not sure on the certain features, but if I get close enough, I try to maintain that same until I'm told differently. So, and I and it makes it so working with the same character makes it so I don't really have to look at the ref too often. If it's like the same ref, then I'm like, okay, I'll just use my own. If I wasn't clear on the feature, and so I'm like, okay, they didn't mention anything, and so I take that as approval, and I say, okay, I'm just going to use this. Uh, if the what's given isn't clear, or I want to be consistent. Yeah, that's it. I want to be consistent. So sometimes sometimes I just remember off the bat, or I just know the general feel of it enough that um, it, it takes. So, and I like doing wings, and I used to generally, I still like try to, I think I still kind of forget sometimes, but I'm getting better with remembering how wings work. Like the inside goes in, and there's 10 at the bottom, 10 big ones at the bottom, and 10 near the other side, and then there's 5 at the tips, like fingers. That's how I try to remember. And I'm like, and they all go in with the inside of the ring. They fold in the seams, and then on the outside they fold out. So I still took some liberties here, especially with the tip right there in the front, most forward ring. And I changed the torso because it wasn't as popping as I wanted it. So like really chest puffed out and head down. And I kind of tried something different here. I think usually, even though I know he has, oh, I just remembered I forgot something. I'll add it later. And and I did like a little sketch, a separate sketch of the actual hair, Usually I just go at it, but I didn't feel like going through and erasing blah blah blah. So, 'cause I knew it would be everywhere. And the idea behind this is, I guess he's moving his hair out the way, even though it's extra windy, because he's like in the air. And I think it typically it would have been going generally in one direction, but I like to mix it up, like I mentioned before in a different video. But generally with this character, I think I accidentally make his hair too short sometimes. Um, and so this time I made sure to make his hair long. Um, like a bit shorter at the top-ish type. And I always forget there's certain things I always tend to forget. But and you see soon, but I try to oh it's funny. Sometimes I know when anatomy is wrong, like while I'm working on it, and I'm like, fuck, I have to change it. So yeah, you see how I changed the foot? Because, I mean, I guess one could have a foot there, but generally there's something holding it there, like they're leaning against something. But on your own, it's like I forgot the term right now, but basically it's generally not flush against the thigh on its own, and it's like a deliberate action to do so. So I tried to do the cross between, like, he might be moving it down or something. It actually should be more angled a bit, but I just left it like that. And lately I've been see the underarm of the arm. I've been trying to do more with that. So that's another thing with these sketches. Try to I try to make sure I try to practice what I want to change about my style or so. Like, cause it's semi-realistic, I think, my general style. So it's not exactly. I mean, it gives the illusion that it's accurate, and I like that. I don't like to be accurate because there's no such thing as accurate. It just either looks right or it looks wrong or it looks bad. And I've been thinking about that a lot lately, particularly with other people's work and my own. So mine, it's like it's I feel it's still stylized, but it's it's not bad. Like, it could be wrong, but it still looks right, and that's the difference. Like, most people just have bad anatomy, but they try to say it's no, no, I get it. But basically, with the tattoos, okay. When they present, that's another thing that's interesting when I'm looking at someone else's work for it as a reference. I'm always looking at it as, okay, this character is now mine. Like, during the time that I'm working with them, they are mine now. And so I think, how would I design this character? And that's with every single one that comes across my plate. It's an automatic reaction. Like, while the time I have them, they're mine. So I have to treat them as such. And that's like my attitude towards it. To make the best sketch I can in a time frame that's fair. and just make it look good to my standards. So, and I try the, so in thinking that, think, okay, how would I have designed this character? And that goes with like every single detail. So that's why I love it when they put feedback range. So I'm like, okay, I could switch up whatever I want to switch up. And if it's in my feedback, I'm like, damn, I didn't get the chance to make the altercations that I think would look good. And so with the tattoos, some of it wasn't clear it wasn't visible. So I'm like, oh, this is my chance. If it's not clear in the reference, I'm like, oh, this is my chance to um, make it how I think would look good. As, as opposed to what's just given and following that exactly. It's like making little augmentations based on what I feel would be right. And yeah, my tastes are it's annoying to have my kind of taste, which is because it's a long story, but I do. But I'm glad I finally did his hair longer. I mean, I think I did before, but not too much. But yeah, and I'm glad I was able to do like I actually secretly I hate random tattoos. It irks me. Like I want to do more of it. And I'm like, oh, it's random. But so I tried to like fix that a little bit. But it's been fun. Thank you. Bye.